Oh, enough of that. Vapman here. I love that song. Okay, today we're doing China visas, the China tourist visa, more specifically, and it's the forms and the documentation and the process, basically. Now, this video is basically for New Zealanders residing in New Zealand or with permanent residence, and although the process is similar if you're looking overseas, you're not completely wasting your time looking at this video. It'll still help because it's a similar form. But we can only help customers who are in New Zealand if you need our help. And basically, because the passport and the application form have to actually go into a consulate, either you take it in yourself or your courier. So basically, the first thing you do, okay, is find the website. There'll be a website near you. This is the New Zealand website, and it's got where you can apply. So basically, there's 3 consulates you can apply in New Zealand for the Chinese visa. There's Auckland, there's Wellington, and there's Christchurch. And you've got to apply to the right one. So if you're in Auckland, you've got to be in either Auckland, of course, Waikato, or Northland. If it's Wellington, it's the rest of the North Island, and if Christchurch, of course, is the South Island. If you apply to the wrong one, it's going to delay your visa. So, get it right in the beginning. So that's the first bit of information. Secondly, the different types and the cost. So basically, there's 3 types of visa. There's a 5 working day visa, a 3 working day visa, and a same day one. And of course, it costs more for the quicker you want to do it. And the visas range from 140 to 420. There's lots and lots of visas for China, for ranging from single to double to multiple entry, from 30-day to 90-day to longer. So basically, yeah, it's quite a range. Pick the right one. That's important, because if you pick the wrong one for you, then again, it's going to delay your application. So be careful when you're choosing a visa. Next is basically the form. Oh, before we go to the form, this is good. This was put up recently, basically in the China's consulate in Auckland. It's got, please mind the new China application guidance. I love that. 13 pages. Yeah, right. Get with it, man. And yet, strangely enough, even though the guidance is 13 pages, the actual visa form is only 4 pages. So there you go. Oh, having a moustache is no fun, guys. Eating it. Okay, so basically page 1. Here's page 1. No problem here. Basically, basic details and occupation, stuff like that. Page 2. Okay. Oh, there's a VAP alert up here. Yep. This is basically filling in immediate relatives, family who are not traveling with you. Make sure you fill it in completely. They get really pedantic about that. That's why there's an alert there. Okay, so do that. Secondly, further down here, as an VAP alert for length of stay. So, for instance, you can't apply for a multiple entry visa unless you've been to China before, okay? And also the length of time they give you is subject to their discretion. And usually they'll go according to your itinerary, but it depends on how they feel. And sometimes things can change in the consulate, or they can tighten up at different times of the year and so on. So watch that one. So that's page 1 and 2, fairly straightforward. Page 3. Okay, page 3 is fairly straightforward, except down here, there's a thing about criminality. Now, even if you've got something 30 or 40 years ago, a little thing that happened, yeah, best to say yes. It's not mean that you're not going to get a visa. It's just it's best to say yes, particularly in these times where everything's tightening up and people are knowing more and more about each other, so particularly governments. So, yeah, all it usually means is that you've got to fill in a form and so on and so forth. So just say yes there, and that's your thing. Page 4. Last page, basically there's not much there except, sign it and date it. Whew, yeah, and be amazed how many forms we get that aren't signed. But so make sure you sign it, because otherwise, again, it's going to delay you getting a visa. Makes sense, right? Okay, so what documents and stuff do you need to go in with your visa? Passport, of course, photo, specific requirements you'll see on the website, and letter from employer or university, okay? So get those together. Now you can choose either to go in or courier. If you go in, of course, it's face-to-face, which is good in a way, but it can also be traumatic as well. First of all, sometimes there can be 200 people there at 9:30 in the morning, all trying to get their visas, so it takes a couple of hours quite often to get to the front of the queue, and sometimes it can be in a bit of a hurry and a bit short and so on. It's hard to work out what they want. Or if you've done something wrong, what is the way to fix it? So, but still, it's face-to-face, so hey, it's good in that respect. Also, watch the parking. That's a drama. They've got 11 parking spaces for the consulate, and it's in a business park. And as I said, there's often 200 people there at 9:30, and the guy doing the clamping, boy, he has a field day. So yeah, so watch that. If you courier it in, obviously you don't have to go through all that stuff, but it is more expensive. And obviously, if something's not right with the form, it's sometimes harder to work out on the phone what they want or what they don't want. Okay, so those are your two options. Okay, so picking it up and paying. So basically, pay by credit card or cash, no checks. And for the 5 and 3 day, it's 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And for the same day, it's 3 to 4. So yeah, that's basically the process. Hopefully that'll help you if you're doing it yourself. Although personally, I hate forms and I find all that kind of bureaucratic stuff a bit of a pain. So if you're doing it yourself, off you go. If not, and you need some help, hey, these guys, yep, the Vaps. Yeah, these guys. And Vapman, visas and passports. That's their job, right? And we can do visas, obviously the China visas for everyone that lives in New Zealand. Yep, as you can see, they're really active. Good at their job too, because they do lots of them. Okay, so that's it. Do it yourself or use the Vaps. Check you later.